Hello, guys. I welcome you to this episode. Sunday here. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe. It's very, very important so that see this is the benefit of you subscribing to my channel. All right. Number one, anytime I release a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. Now, here's the thing, not just subscribing to my YouTube channel, there is a bell there you need to activate. There's a bell. Activate it, just click. Activating it simply means you just click and the bell will be there, will be active. So anytime I release any video, you will be the first to be notified. As a matter of fact, this materials is for those who are interested in forex trading. All right. There are so many businesses, but forex is something you can do in the comfort of your home. Even joint with your work, maybe you are still doing 8 to 5 job, you can add it to your work. It will be another source of income. All right, but you need to get the knowledge, because if you don't get the knowledge and you just jump into trading, you will be messed up. You will lose your money. Forex is a business where you make money, and it's another part is, if you are not grounded, if you don't know the business, you are going to lose your money. It's just like any other business. You don't say because Mr. A is making money and is into a particular business, you just wake up one day and jump into doing that business. No, it's not done that way. You must do what you know, practice what you know. And how do you know? You must get knowledge. All right? Once you have the knowledge, then you can now apply the knowledge. By so doing, and as you are consistent, you see yourself getting income from that. That being said, my website is www.egainsfx.com. Go to that website, register. It's just a simple process. We need just your email address, your name, your surname, that's all. Then you register. Tell us if you want us to train you. Training you does not mean you come to a particular location. Stay in the comfort of your home. We do virtual training. All right. We train you online. It's the same thing. All right. Technology has evolved. So with technology, you can do anything. Stay in your home, no matter your location. All right. No matter your location, we'll train you. Make sure you follow us till you become self-independent. We will equip you. That is the word. They will equip you with the knowledge of how to navigate forex market. Today, I want to share with you these three things that you need. I tell you, these three things that you need, okay, for you to be able to find your feet in the forex market, for you to be consistent and be profitable in the forex market. Number one is what? Market structure. All right. Number one is market structure. If you don't know what market structure is all about, go to my YouTube channel or go to my website. You see videos there. All right. You will see a video on market structure. Okay. Number one is that market structure. You need to know market structure. All right. How do you know if a trend is going up or going down? That is one thing you must know. By knowing market structure, you simply But okay, let me rephrase it. For you to know market structure, that means you now know the direction of the trend. Anytime you open your chart, you look at price action, you know where price action is headed, you know where price is going. All right. Now we have three things. Is that the price is going up, is coming down, or is consolidating? All right. Is either it's going up or it's coming down or it's consolidating. And another point you need to know is that once price is coming down, it does not mean that we are downtrend. No, a price that has been bullish does not mean that is now going down, is now bearish. No, it could just be a retracement of that bullish run. All right? It could just be a retracement of a bullish run. Let me show you some of the practical aspect so that you will understand what I just said. All right? Let's say, for example, this has been bullish, going up, breaking structure up, it pull back, then break structure to the upside, pulls back. Now, this pulling back, now what happens? It pulled back, but it took out this support level. All right. Now, taking out this support level, now what does that tell you? It's telling me, based on my experience, that I should be very, very attentive now because this support level has been violated. In the rules of trading, when we are bullish, price is not supposed to take out this low because we are bearish. It can come retest this place. That means a resistance now become a support. All right. Or there is a little market shift that it will come down, like this. It will roll from here. One moment. A little market shift, maybe like this. As it's coming down, it gets here, it push to the upside again, come down, push to the upside, come down. Internally is breaking structure to the downside, but it will not take this support, it will not violate this support. But by the time you see price violating this a current support level, because this point here tells us that we are still bullish because there was a break of structure and price created a high. If you look at it, you see this is the high and this is the low. All right. Now we now see price after breaking structure to the upside. Then this retracement violated this low. If it has violated this support level, which is not supposed to be, at this point, based on my experience, I now need to be careful because this push to the upside might reverse from here because it has violated the sequence. All right, most likely this high will not violate this high again. If it does, that means there's nothing you can do. That means buyers at that point were still more than the sellers. What moves the market is what? Supply and demand. And what is supply and demand? Is between the sellers and the buyers. That is what happens in the market. That even in a physical market, that is what happened. We have the buyers that comes to the market to purchase something, and we have the sellers that are in the market with their product waiting for buyers to come to them, to come to their shops or to come to where they put their market. It's the same thing that is applicable in the financial market. All right. Now the price started rising from here, and at that point, at this level now, it's at 1.31450. This is the where price is now. When market now opens, all right, and you now see that there is a rejection from this level, all right, is now telling me that this push to the upside might not violate this high. Because price has created a high, there was a push to the downside and it violated the low, the support level. Since the price has already violated the support level, that means I should be expecting that this push to get to this level and then we start breaking structure to the downside. All right, so you must know how to read structure, market structure is very, very important. Once you know that, and you must know if there is a market shift, the price that has been breaking structure to the upside, all right, instead of breaking structure to the upside, it will now get to this point, like I've told you, it now stop here, get to this point, stop here, get to this point. He now break this internal structure like this. He broke the internal structure. Where is the major support level? Is here, not this one. All right. Most people, once they see something like this, internal shift, all right, internal structure shift, they will think that change then trend has changed. All right, they will now change their bias. At the end of the day, price after this movement, price will now shoot, not knowing that it's just using all these things as trap, like a liquidity pool for people to place their orders here. Now, before you know it, price will now push to the upside and clear this play. They will now say, "Oh, trading is not good. Is this and there's manipulation?" No, you fail to understand what market structure is all about. So you need to get the in-depth of market structure. Now, how do you get that in-depth? Please, that is why we want you to contact us so that we can take you step-by-step process for you to be able to sit down. When you open your chart, your computer, already know what price is doing. Then another point, because of time, is top-down analysis. Before you place your trade, the second thing you need to know, you must be grounded about, is top-down analysis. Simply means that you start from the higher time frame, all right? You start from the higher time frame to check the direction of price action, where the trend is headed. All right? If I want to do my analysis now, later, with what I'm just doing now, I've just even done analysis. I know what I should be expecting. All right. For you to do your analysis, first you go to your higher time frame, you check where the price is going. Then you now scale down to weekly. From the weekly, you mark the support, the major support, because from the higher time frame it will be very, very visible for you to know the major support and resistance level, not lower time frame. Lower time frame will give you all sort of structures, all right, because it's a lower time frame. I bet you higher time frame is what gives direction of trend. From the higher time frame, you know the direction of trend, then you now mark all the support and resistance level. Mark them out. Support and resistance level. You see price, This is a support. Then it broke structure to the upside. Here again, consolidated. You see this push? It now get to this point. You see, after once this push to the downside, what happened? He found a support here. A resistance is now a support. Then he rejected from here. So you have to mark all those important support and resistance level. That is how to do your top-down analysis. Once you have marked all these levels, you now scale down to your time of execution. The time you choose to always execute, to always place your trade, you now scale down to that level. Then, based on the levels that you have marked, you wait for price to come down to that level. Price has pushed away from this level. Now you need to just wait for price, for example, wait for price to push and get to this point. All right, because a resistance will now turn to a support based on the based on the previous levels. All right, you see, this is a resistance here. Now, if we now pull back, all right, if we pull back to this point, it now becomes a support. He said that two things will happen when price push to this side again. He said that it goes to the upside, or when it gets here, it will now it will now consolidate a little. It will consolidate a little, all right, then break structure to the downside. That is how it is. It's either it goes to the upside or it consolidates a little and breaks structure to the downside. So what do you need to do? After you have marked your levels from the higher time frame, then you wait for price to come to that level. Don't jump into trading, placing a trade in between. It's either from a supply level or a demand level or a resistance level or a support level. As simple as that. Always have patience. That is one thing. Then the next rule, the next one, the third one is the rule-based method of risk management. What do I mean by rule-based method of risk management? Now, if I'm to place my trade at any time, I will say I don't want to risk more than 40. For example, this is just an illustration. I will say, okay, this is where I'm expecting my trade. I'm expecting price to come to. All right. Now, what do I want to do? Based on my rule, based on my risk management, I have already said to myself that once my uh, once my stop loss is above 30, 30 pips, I will not get into that trade. I want to make sure that my stop loss is always 20 pips. I will, at any time, I want to make sure my stop loss is always 20 pips. You can see. Now, I will have to wait until price come to me to get to this point before I enter the trade. If price did not get to this point to give me 20 pips stop loss, I don't have any business entry that trade. That is my rules. That is when you have set your rule-based method of risk management. Forget about trade management. Yes, trade management is also good, but once you are able to establish your rule-based method of risk management, you are fine. All you need to do is 2 to 1, 2:1 at all time. When you lose once. When you win twice. So thank you guys. Subscribe, drop your comment at the comment section. I see you again. Test this out. God bless you.